Hey, how are you?
I'm having one of my episodes, but I'll be all right.
Well, thank you for having me. I was like, me and technology. I was like, oh my goodness.
No, it's TikTok because when you are on live and try to jump into another live for an invite, it does that to you. You have to go in out completely out and then come back in.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Tylee. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. A little nervous.
What? Okay, come
I
on
know, I
now.
know. I shouldn't be because I'm really comfortable in the room, but it doesn't negate it.
Ah, my God, y'all gotta stop that. It's just me. Ain't
Okay.
nobody. Uh, all right. So introduce yourself because we about to talk tea and mental health.
Tea. Yes. So my name is Natalie Bryan. I am a therapist, but I'm invited tonight to talk about my brand, the Urban Tea Room. We are a loose leaf tea company. We have over 150 different blends of tea, and I do custom tea blends also. And I have just jumped into a world of combining my love of tea and reading.
And you did it well because right now I was drunk on Mason Neiman earlier.
Mhm.
That was really good.
Yes.
Now I'm drinking the mine.
The mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you the Jatoria box is a little different because the mind, the mystery, and the monster are all very masculine kind of tasting
Mm.
tea. Where Mason Neiman, I tried to do a combination of something sweet and masculine. So
I
most
think
of
it's
my
cherry.
huh?
And Neiman, Mason Neiman, was it cherry in there?
It was a little bit of cherry and a little bit of passion fruit.
It was good.
Thank you.
That
Thank
was a
you.
good blend.
Yes, and we have oh man, so many. When we did the Delgado series, we had a beautiful peach for peach, and we had a just so many of really nice, sweet tasting teas. That's why I was like the Jatoria box was a little bit different because it was a lot more masculine tasting teas. I was like, ugh, but the men were masculine, so I wanted to avoid.
Delusional and crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, all of that.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about why tea. I know across the diaspora, it's been relevant to have tea in conversation pieces, tea for healing, resistance, community traditions, all that stuff. So, what was the moment that you said this was something I wanted to do, and I wanted to make sure that it appeased to the people that are just like me?
Well, truthfully, I am culturally West Indian. My parents are Jamaican, and if
Mm-hmm.
anybody knows West Indians, most of them are under the British rule. So tea is in our life every single day. Tea is poured down our throats every single day. It's hot in Jamaica, and you're still having 2, 3 cups of tea per day. So we've always just drunk tea. And as I was building my brand as a mental health therapist, a part of self care for me I found was tea and healing and wellness in a cup of tea. And so when I got the opportunity to purchase the company, I thought that this was a wonderful way to, bring some homage to my West Indian culture and something that I really loved, and the healing aspects of tea and the soothing aspects of tea, especially for people who were struggling, with mental wellness, with just regular physical ailments or whatever. There are just so many healing properties of it. So I thought, this is an amazing venture extension of my therapeutic practice.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I kind of landed into tea.
Tea has always been a staple with calming the mind.
Mhm.
Do you think it can be used as a coping mechanism as you drift off into escapism in
Mhm.
your books?
Absolutely. Not even just it just supports that relaxation moment. When I talk to people about creating a I usually when I do my events, I give out a mental health first aid kit with little things to help people. I also tell people to create those things in their spaces, soft blankets that are weighted, things
Mm.
that candles for aromatherapy or oils, if they want to have teas or hot chocolates or coffees, anything that helps to regulate after all of the stress that you've been going through, I think is always going to be a plus.
I think mint tea has always been my go-to because I have nerve damage, and
Yeah.
so mint tea and what's the other one that I use? Oolong tea
Hmm.
really helps me,
Get it.
unwind,
Yeah,
relax.
absolutely. Mint,
Mhm.
oolong. There's so many restful teas that are helpful. In Jamaica, we make a sorrel ginger, and
Mhm.
that tea is so relaxing, but it also purifies your blood and things of
Mhm.
that nature. So there's so many healing properties in
Yeah.
teas. And so just combining them with the things that you love to do, I think is always going to be helpful.
So let me ask you this: as a mental health professional,
Mhm.
what tea properties have you used to benefit your customers or yourself?
Well, really, with my clients, I don't ever think of tea as a medicinal thing. It's just an addition to the things that they can help use to regulate themselves.
Yeah.
So there are teas like mint and chamomile and those things that help to relax you,
Yes.
lavenders and scents that help to just bring you into a place and space that's just really calming. So I always say utilize those things, especially if you're someone that struggles with like anxiety,
Mm.
very, very, they can't get their mind to calm down, things of that nature. I think that is always super helpful.
Mm.
So I don't ever tell them that it replaces mental health therapy because it doesn't,
Mm.
or even medication management because it doesn't,
Yeah.
but it definitely can be a support. And so, we want to give people as many tools as they can get to help them to regulate and really find their way. So for me, not necessarily medicinal. Well, my mom is Jamaican. I have everything. There is every bush tea on the planet in my house. Okay,
Mm.
so I mean, if it comes from from cultural wise, there's like
Mm.
every bush tea, Cersei tea for blood purification, hypertension, and you know um leaf of life, which is a great tea to help regulating, just your hormonal system, and
Yeah.
just so many other teas. My mother has all this bush downstairs, sour sap leaf. Everyone is popular about that here in Americas. We've, kind of been doing those things. So
Yeah.
people are seeing the properties of other things
Yeah.
besides medication, and it's just to support your healing process. Because if your mind is not in a place that is whole, your body is not going to be in a place that's whole, and vice versa.
Facts, facts. I appreciate it because as a person, I know most people will see me at book events because me and Shannon have this book event.
Mhm.
That they think I'm social, but I am not. I am very introverted. I just have, well, everybody knows I was diagnosed as a sociopath,
Okay.
and with me is regulating my emotions,
Hmm.
and sometimes it's easier to fake it till you make it to
Hmm.
make people around you comfortable, but they're
Comfortable.
not uncomfortable about why you look like that all the time. So tea has always been a coping mechanism for me. Just to relax,
Yeah.
unwind, and get out my own head. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you as combining the two things that I love.
Exactly, exactly. And I never thought I would actually end up in book talk world. That was just a fluke. And I was like, oh, why not combine two things that I love to do?
Yeah.
I was definitely you know, I don't like to be in front of the camera. When I talk in my community and stuff like that, I do that, but I was so anxious and nervous to get on. I think every time you speak in front of people, there
Yeah.
is going to be, some anxiety in there. And
Absolutely.
so I'm not used to. So what I was doing with Sean's group and your group and Shanna's group, every time I saw someone, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pop on. My camera's not on, but I'm on. So doing something to build myself up.
I appreciate it though because We're getting to know you. And so I have this, this is what I've been dying because I've been like going through this book box. I mean, going through this tea box and
Uh-huh.
drinking these teas. And I was
Yeah.
just like, I wonder how she just reads the book, look at the character and say, this is the blend for the, how long does it take you to make that blend?
It depends, because sometimes a lot of my blends are already made, but because I know my blends, when I'm reading a book and something pops out to me in that book, I'm like, oh, that would be dope for this part. And that's kind of how it's stuck. Or personalities of the character in the book pops out to me, or maybe it's a cute name. Like, for example, Bodyguard. In talking about that book, he calls her chocolate. I have a chocolate tea. So,
You
and
do?
yeah, I do have a chocolate tea. So I'm gonna put that together with that. And I told her for him I would use immunity because it's a tea that had herbal remedies kind of to help heal you. So I thought that was cute. He was a doctor, and he nicknamed her chocolate. So I just was like, okay, we're gonna give a blend for chocolate tea and immunity to represent him. And that's kind of how I build stuff out. So like different characters, different things. So I thought that was really cute. I don't know if you ever read that book. Is it T? So I think it's T. She wrote the Surrogate, BBW Surrogate, and she has this book with this. Oh, she's a virgin or whatever. So her tea is cherry because she hasn't had her cherry popped
That's cute.
the
I like that.
beginning,
That's cute.
and then for him, it's called Dark Knight because he's kind of rescuing her through the book, which is like a black tea with some orange and stuff in it, which I thought was really cute. And then her friend has a tea. She's like really the pop off, very loud. So she's fiery. So she's like a cinnamon and mint mix. And then, so that's how, like, I pulled things from, I think, the personality, and then try to create pretty boxes with it.
How has the books influenced your imagination when you, even though you said you already have some that are already blended, how has the books, because Lord Jesus, Potts and
Yeah.
freaking the Delgados, what Jesus?
Well, some of pots were pre-made or pre-flavored, but definitely like adding the platinum flakes to Henny. And that's like the first sentence. I want to make you scream platinum. So I wanted that to be a strong black tea, but I also wanted people to see the platinum sparks in it, like, oh, this is definitely Henny, or the gold flakes in it for Oz. And Oz's tea is butterscotch. And
Mm.
his description in the book gave me a very butterscotch kind of velvety feel. So that was the tea that I chose for Oz.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah.
Is there a book or a series you
Mhm.
would love to create a tea box for,
Yes.
and why?
Oh my goodness. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think my very first box, which was Jaquel's box, I think that has been one of my favorites. And I just think because it was the very first one. But every time I read a series or something, I always say, like, oh, I wonder if that author would and when I do it, I do send the box to the author, no cost to them, and just say, what do you think about these? Do you like them? Do you think it should be tweaked or whatever? And I remember when I sent Jaquel her box and she did the opening for me and everything, and people were like, well, can I get that box? And that's kind of how it started. It wasn't anything like, oh, and I was like, oh yeah, I can definitely, create the box. So then I created my box, and it's called Books and Blends. So books and the characters and the blends that I think go along with it, because I think it would be super dope for people to learn about, of course, the medicinal properties, but also just the flavors and stuff like that, and just really kind of getting into their book and enjoying, like, wow, this really kind of gives me that vibe of that particular character.
Do you think it'll be hard for you to do a paranormal box, like for Tessa Stone or for
No,
Nikki
absolutely.
Clark?
I don't think so. I think honestly, I think as if I read the book and catch characters and stuff, even not even characters and stuff, settings. Sean gave me a book she's doing this event for, and I read it. It was a quick read, Baggage Claim. And
Mm-hmm.
when I read that book, it was so just romantic and really nice. And I
Mm-hmm.
had just gotten it was a pre-made blend, but I loved it, and it was new, and it was champagne, roses, and chocolate.
Mm. Oh,
And
that sounds
so
so
yeah,
good.
it was already in there. It was a vibe. So I had pre-ordered it for Valentine's Day, hoping to do some Valentine's Day boxes, and it came a little bit later. And I was like, so when I was reading the book, and I drank the tea, it just gave me I was like, oh, this will be perfect for Baggage Claim. This is nice. So for Sean's event, that is the tea that I'm putting together for her event for Baggage Claim. And I thought, oh, this tea was top tier perfect. I don't
Wow.
mind doing, someone asked about horror boxes. I wouldn't mind doing horror boxes at all. Actually, when I did the box for Jatoria's Sea, because the guys are so stabby and I'm going to kill you. There is a tea in there that's like based with like hibiscus or really red tea. So when you drink it, it's like blood red. So,
Mm.
you know, so those don't scare me at all.
So, how does I know it was a question there. They asked, "Do you sell loose leaf tea
Yes.
that is not in the box?"
All my teas are loose leaf tea. No tea that you get from me is going to be in a tea bag unless you ask me to bag them. Like right now, I'm doing a opening for a event space that has like a bed and breakfast vibe to it, and they're called the Bella House. So I created a Bella Rose tea for them, and so I
Mm.
did some bagged and I did some loose, and I'm giving them infusers so people can try it. But you would buy my teas by the ounce. You wouldn't buy them
Mhm.
in bags unless you request bags.
Damn. So what exactly is your favorite tea? What is the tea that you just can't get enough of? And
Oh,
why?
that is on my site it's called Princess, but the original name is Presidential, and it's my absolute favorite tea.
What type of tea is that?
It's a herbal tea blend, so that tea you can drink and you don't even need to add sugar. It has some fruit blends to it, a herbal compote, a little bit of black tea, top tier cup of tea.
Mm, that sounds so good. You just make me want to drink all this goddamn tea.
All the teas. And what I love about all of my teas, especially like the smells and the flavors, like when you open up um Capone's, because Capone's base is a shy berry. Capone's base is that. So it's a berry base. And when you smell Capone, or when you smell when you smell King Inferno, he's a cinnamon and mint mix, and that's because in the book it mentions that he smelled like cinnamon and mint, and it depends on what's pulled from the book, and that's kind of what how I think of, and was like, you know what, this will be kind of dope together.
Oh wow. Oh, it smells. I don't know whether to drink it or hang it as an air freshener. What the fuck? Damn, this smells good as hell. But you know what? This where it is? Cause this one,
Even the War Love, yes, that is his blend for his psycho self. But oh, that Empress blend is amazing.
y'all, this one right here. Wait, there you go. This one right here. Oh my god. It's so look at that. Damn. Look at that.
Yeah.
And just open it, it just got the whole office smelling like it. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
absolutely. So, I mean, all the teas, some of them have really, really beautiful fragrant smells. Some of them smell really medicinally bushy,
Mm-hmm.
so it just depends on what the smells are. I have to shout out my friend Shay, all my ladies, Shannon, Artivia, EMB, they in the group. Thank you guys for just coming out.
So, what you are doing in person.
Hmm.
So how's that like for you? Did you expect to be doing this, going to book events and
No, no, no. I told you I am a therapist. That's what I do. And so a lot of times when people do call me,
Mhm.
I am like, sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. And I don't have a team. It really is me. Sometimes my nieces help me out and, my sister. And so that's helpful. And I have a best friend, thankfully. She's a printer. Every time I tell her to create me something for my tea, she just pulls it together and makes it happen for me. And so I am, I try to do some, and if I can't be there in person, I at least try to sponsor. So at
Mhm.
least Urban Tea's name gets out there.
Yeah. So what is the goal for Urban Tea? What is your end game?
Well, I mean, honestly, we already have a location. I have a property, just to renovate it and get it, get it where people can come in and taste and try the teas in person if they want to, and just a little place to sip and see, read a little bit, just soft and comfortable, and just balance out life, because life is hard. Sometimes you need those moments where you just get to be calm and soft and laid back and just vibing.
That is true. That is true. Because lately life has just been chaotic.
Oh, honey.
It's been
Don't I know?
chaotic. It has been. So how what if an author wants to request for one specific character in one book?
Yeah. And that's why usually in the description I put the name of the tea so that people can order it. Now, for all of the boxes except for Jatoria, because Jatorias are custom blend teas, they would just have to make a specific request, except for the Neiman tea. But the rest of the teas that are in the other boxes, the names are there so that if they just want to order that individual tea blend, they can do that.
Okay. So you have a company that you built from the ground up. And how does it feel as a black woman to give back to the community in such an amazing way?
Are you talking about teas or other things?
Both. Both.
Both.
In the way of the teas, because that's a gift of self-care that you're
Yes.
giving people,
Yes.
and just having a business that is your own, that is not as let me see, what's the word I'm looking for, not as chaotic as being a mental health professional.
Absolutely. It is my decompress, you know. I will say this, I'm a multi-passionate person. No jokes on the fact that my family is Jamaican. I know I got 10 jobs, but I like it. And so, but I will say I didn't build the tea company from the ground up. I actually bought the tea company and kind of recreated it into my own from someone else. So what happened
Mm.
was, a few years ago with my nonprofit, I wanted to create boxes for. I was really passionate about child sexual abuse and things like that in our communities. And we wanted to do like wellness boxes, and we were looking for companies who would help, you know, add niche products in each box. And this
Mm.
woman from this tea company, and she reached out to me, and she was just so gracious and wonderful. She hosted me, she sent me with tea, she didn't charge me, and we just kept in contact. And as she got older, and she was like, Natalie, I'm getting rid of my physical location, but I'm keeping online. But you know what she did? She sold me everything in her physical location for really cheap. And then one day she called me. She said, Natalie, are you ready to take over this online business? And I said, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna take it because tea's my thing, and you came to me first, and so that's what I did. And for a minute, I just sat on it, and if there were people local, and yeah, we did that. But I think this is the first time that I've actually implemented it out of wellness as my own thing, just combining my love for reading. Last year I
Mhm.
read almost 500 books to drinking tea, and I thought that was really dope.
I like that. I just love this because as much as I like the Greenwich and the adult beverages. Tea has always
Yeah.
been my escape from just everything, just to relax. Even when I'm sick, I'm drinking tea. So, what
Yeah.
do you want
If
to
I would have known,
expand?
I would have sent you.
Huh? Uh oh, you freezing up.
I said, if I'd known you were sick, I would have said, oh no. Am I better?
No, you still.
Am I better
Oh, there you
now?
go. Yeah, there you
Now?
go. Yeah.
Oh, there I am. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So I said, if I knew you were feeling bad, I would have sent you my ear tea. You could have tried that.
Well, you know what?
Am I still frozen?
No, wait, yeah. It's like going back and forth.
I think something's been going on TikTok all day. Someone was just saying some other odd things earlier.
I TikTok is always messing with somebody on here when y'all get up here for an interview. I don't know why. I have no idea. But I have nerve damage, like I said, and the nerve damage has made me. It has episodes, and so my episodes hit me whenever they fucking feel like it. So
Oh wow.
I never know when it was gonna hit, and I was in a business meeting today, and it hit me, and I was trying to keep my face from showing it until it got too much, and I was like, okay, I gotta get off this call. So it's like a migraine,
Yeah.
but the whole body.
Oh
They're
wow.
saying you
That's
might have to
that
drop
is
and come back up. It is. It is.
okay.
Yeah, nerve damage is nothing to play with, and it's only on my left side.
Listen, I oh no, not side. So am I doing
Yeah.
okay or am I still glitching too much?
You're still glitching. You might have to drop down and come back up.
Okay,
Like
I'll
go
do that. No
all the way
problem.
out the app and then come back in.
Okay.
She shall return. Both of you are glitching on my TikTok. Really? I don't know what is going on. I don't. Am I still glitching, y'all? Yay, nay. Storm isn't glitching at all for me. No. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. There she go. There you go.
I don't know why I'm glitching, y'all. I'm so sorry.
You know what? Like I said, this app is so freaking funny. Yeah. So, what advice do you have someone who, because we have a lot of readers that that want to start businesses,
Mhm.
too afraid to do it because they think they're gonna fail. They're looking at the glass half empty, not half full type situation. Um, what is the advice do you give them to go forth and be fruitful?
I tell people to do it afraid. I think a lot of people, they have fear paralyze them. And I know that that's a real and a legitimate thing. But doing it afraid is going to be the thing that helps you because when you step out there, you don't know how many people are going to meet you on the journey to help support you. Look at you guys. You didn't know me from a can of paint. You were like, oh, that's a pretty cool idea. Let's get behind her. Let's support her. And I appreciate that. So, I think telling people to do it afraid and recognizing the resources and the people that are around you. So many people around you that are knowledgeable that can help you. And there are lots of free resources. If you go to your SBA or you go to get a score mentor, those things are free in your community. So, before you spend big money, tap into the things that are there, that are free, that are available to you. Find out from those that you've seen be successful and do the work. And I think you're going to be good.
So what would you like to see for indie authors? Because we're all readers and we all want the authors to succeed as well as the readers that have companies to succeed. What would you like for the message you would like to give the indie authors that are looking and they want to talk to you but they just haven't reached out yet for whatever reason it may be, but what is the message you want to give them?
Just like I was very, a little intimidated to reach out to people, but I know that I wanted my brand to be out there. Jaquel encouraged me and she was like, don't fixate just on the Delgado. She was like, there are lots of authors out there and, things of that nature. And I was like, you know what? She's right. I wasn't thinking about it in that capacity. And, I was just, having fun with one of my favorite series, having me a good time. But when I saw that people had interest, that people loved teas and they wanted to purchase teas, I was like, oh, well, I started reaching out. And if authors wanted to work with me, great. And if they didn't, and it was like, okay, that's no problem. The blends are still going to be here. It's just, I thought it would be cute with this character and that it could be paired and it would be a great fit. But if the author doesn't feel like it's a great fit, it's not going to work. And I'm okay with that. I would tell indie authors, though, don't be afraid to reach out. That's what I did. And you're not going to know unless you try. And if you're trying to dive into a world of unknowns, such as being a writer and an author, especially as an independent person, you're not going to know. You'll be breaking the glass ceiling for yourself and probably so many other people behind you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, how can us as readers
Hmm.
support you? How can we help you succeed? How can we do our due diligence?
I mean, buy teas, talk about the teas if you like them. If you don't, even if you don't like them, say what you don't like about them. What can we modify? I'm not like a big conglomerate. If you say to me like, hey, um, I didn't like that, or that amount was wrong, or whatever the case may be. We can modify and adjust it. Now, I will tell you, because tea is a food product, you can't be like, oh, you can get a return for it. But
Yeah.
if it's something like the accessories and things like that, I don't mind doing modifications and adjustments to help people because I feel like people should get what they pay for.
True.
So, I am just in a place of loving to support people. And I
Mhm.
do that in the way that I know how to do that. So, whatever way, shape, or form you feel to support me, that's what I encourage you to do. If you like tea, you may not like tea, but maybe your aunt likes tea.
Mm.
Buy an ounce of tea. And on average, an ounce of tea on my site, if you check it out, it's about $5. And an ounce of tea can give you 8 to 10 cups of tea.
Mm. 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 So, where you gonna be outside, man? Where we can see you in person and buy this stuff in person? Because I know a lot of readers on here, y'all some touchy feely motherfuckers. I swear to God, y'all like to hug every goddamn body. But where we gonna catch you?
Truthfully, I have not put myself in a vendor space in the booktop market. Shannon, really? I have not put my space in the vendor part in the booktop market. I have touched into sponsor. I don't think I found a spot yet where they are allowing a lot of outside vendors and stuff, and I'm okay with that because tea, it's a lot. 150 different. That's a lot of tea to be dragging with you.
Oh
However,
damn! Did you forget that you talking to one half of the Boozy Book Tour? We would
okay, Boozy Book Tour.
love to have you in Las Vegas.
Thank
We,
you.
we would love come get your table.
Go get a table. See, look at that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I have a couple of trips already, but on one of the tour legs, I don't mind being a vendor and bringing the stuff and hanging out. Locally, I'm in Augusta, Georgia. You can always come and check me out. And but like I said, I am good with customer service. If you see something that you like, if you want to talk about a blend or a type of tea, we definitely can have that conversation. If you
Mhm.
don't see something on my Shay, thank you for helping me, boo. if you don't see something on the website, like I've
Mhm.
had a cousin who had a baby and I didn't have all of the breast milk stuff she loved. I just called my wholesaler and I ordered the milkweed and all the things so and shipped it to her. So my thing is if you don't see it, more likely than not I can probably get it.
Mhm.
And we just support each other. I buy books, I read books, I support our authors. If
Yeah.
they want to, they can join and support me.
Miss Shelly P, I think you strive to get on my nerve. I do. I know I made that face because I don't like when people don't have spaces for everyone.
Mhm.
And not saying that they can, because sometimes you just can't.
Mhm.
But when it comes down to, saying that you want vendors, you should have a space where you should have a space where vendors should be able to come and have that space. Shelly, I'm just messing with you. Um, that you should have that space, but not every book event is the same, you know. But I will say this:
Uh-huh.
me and Shannon, we gonna make sure you have space. I promise you that.
Thank
You
you.
ain't gotta worry about that. We got you.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys like the teas. Like, I mean, I have gotten back so many great reviews from the Delgado's box. Oh, the Potts box. They loved all the little accoutrements. That silver ball that's in your box.
Yeah.
If you pull that out, that is actually, I think it's a melon flavor. I think I gave you melon flavored, but that's actually a flower ball tea. So it's a flower. So when you put it in a pot, it opens up as a flower and it's a tea. Yes.
You talking about like a resurrection rose
Yeah,
type
like one
deal?
of those. Yeah. It takes a while, but it does open up.
Now, why you finna have me in here like Inspector Gadget being all sciencey and shit? And my husband finna look at me like I'm crazy. You already done told me to sit your ass down somewhere. Ooh, see,
Mellow,
yeah,
you have one too, I believe. I said mellow one too.
yeah, it's melon flavor. Yeah.
Yep. So I have melon, pineapple, strawberry, jasmine. I have different ones.
Well, I'm glad you didn't send me strawberry because I'm allergic to
Well, I'm glad I didn't. I tried to
it.
stay safe with melon, but you never know. So I was just like, okay.
And melon and pineapple and mango is like my favorite of
And I
everything.
had pineapple. I was gonna send pineapple, and I was like, I always send pineapple. Let me try melon. So
I
I'm
mean,
good.
this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, let me show y'all the box because I'm sitting here yapping. All right. So this box, and you see, I've been drinking in the mug, and I love, 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 love. Hold on, because I don't want to waste it on my desk. But I love this. It's so easy to capture the tea in it, and it's so easy just to steep it
Hmm.
so easily. It's no mess, no fuss,
No fuss, no
nothing.
fuss. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. No fuss.
Because back in the day, you were
Hmm.
struggling trying to
Struggling.
put the tea in the bags and steep it. Oh Jesus!
Listen, I literally just bagged 50, 50 teas for this event, and I have loose leaf tea. I literally just hand bagged teas. Oh, the honey rubios and vanilla. Yes, yes, yes. I don't
I
think
love
they didn't get that in the box. I'm sorry, Shay. Shay ordered that separate, the honey rubios and the vanilla. She loves that tea.
and I love Rubios. I don't give a
Yes.
damn what kind it is. I love
I think
Rubios.
I have 7 different rubioses. I have a honey, a vanilla caramel, a chocolate chip rubios, an Earl Grey rubios, and a herbal compote rubios.
Did you
Hmm.
say chocolate chip?
Yeah. Oh, so you did.
Girl.
Oh, you didn't get. If you got the Delgado's box, the Delgado's box, Mirror's Blend is our peppermint patty. So it is a chocolate chip mint tea. Yes, Mirror's Blend is.
See how I'm about to go back on here and order this shit. See how you do me? Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god!
I'm sorry.
This
I'm
man is
sorry.
gonna be like, if you touch one more thing in this bank account,
One more thing.
well,
Don't
every
you
time I turn around, you in this bank account. Chocolate chip. Okay. So how did you figure out Capone's King Infernos, Mirrors? Do you have one for
Mhm.
Goon?
We didn't get to Goon yet because Goon's book didn't come out yet. But when it does come out, we probably will make a blend because I definitely have an Infernos box coming. So Goon probably will be blended in that Infernos box.
Let me tell you something.
Uh huh.
I want to tag, email. All I want is Goon. That's
All you want is Goon.
Goon and Havoc. That's all I want. That's it. Fuck you mean? That's all I want. That's all I want. I swear to God. That's
Yes,
it.
absolutely. Who said? Oh, Shay says she's drinking Capone right now. Thank you, Shay.
I'm
So,
a, I'm finna give y'all my honest opinion.
uh-huh.
My favorite is out of the Jatoria box
Yes,
right now is Neiman.
yes.
This has to be the most fragrant, and it's just not fragrant just by the smell, by tasting it.
It
Is
tastes.
it you can taste all the sweet goodness. The cherry just pops out. It just and it's so smooth.
Yeah,
It's so smooth. It does not taste like tea. It does not taste like tea at all. It does not have that tea taste to it. It's
absolutely.
just it's just very smooth. So if y'all get Victoria's box,
Hmm.
y'all are gonna be happy. Now the mine. Who am I
Hmm.
drinking right now? Yeah, the mine. It
Yes,
tastes like him.
yes. The mind.
It, it tastes like him. It tastes like what you would think the mine would taste like. It
That
literally does.
now is the mind the one with the turmeric or the cinnamon?
No, that's the turmeric.
That's the turmeric. Yes,
I taste that turmeric.
yes, yes. Now
It
I did say for the people who ordered Jatoria's box, if they felt like the mind was too strong turmeric wise, I have
Mhm,
a different turmeric tea that I think is a little softer, but
mhm,
because they came off so aggressive, I wanted them to be masculine. But if it's
mhm.
too much, I could update you. I'm not worried
Well,
about
I
it.
think the mine is more so like in the morning. You know how
Yeah.
some people drink Earl Grey or something or a black tea. I
Yes.
think that's
Yes.
more of a morning tea. And if it's too strong, just add just a dash of honey. Not a lot to overpower
Yes.
it, but a dash of honey. 'Cause that's what I did. I just added a dash of honey to it, and it tastes fine. It's
Yeah.
just I have fell in love with this.
Absolutely, because that is a beautiful, fully fragrant, and it gives you very sweet without sugar. It Empress blend is one of my absolute favorite blends, and it's honestly I have so many. It's not even a joke, and that's why I get to have fun and play in tea, play in tea.
Okay, so tell me what is in the mysteries.
Mystery. Could you smell it for me?
Hold on. Goddamn
You
nails.
know that is Ziploc. You could just pop it open and close it back.
It's my nails. I
Oh,
have to. It's the struggle is real when you have
okay.
nails on.
If it smells like the cinnamon, it is an Assam. If it doesn't smell like cinnamon, it's a vanilla Rubios, Earl Grey Rubios with I
No,
think
it doesn't smell like cinnamon.
yeah. So that's the Earl Grey Rubios with a little bit of
That smells
hibiscus.
sweet.
Yeah, a little bit of hibiscus and I believe a little cherry.
That's what I smell. That's what I
Yeah,
smell. That hibiscus and cherry.
yeah,
Okay, you're next, mystery.
yes.
Okay,
And
where?
Monster should be a what you call it, a Russian caravan with which is like a black tea with cinnamon. Hmm.
Okay, alrighty. Okay, nails are a freaking curse and a gift. Oh, there you go. I definitely smell cinnamon.
Yeah. So
That hit me.
yes,
Yeah, that's a strong one. But I like cinnamon.
cinnamon is good. Cinnamon is good. It definitely is a really strong, good smelling spice.
All right. So then we have uh King Inferno.
King Inferno. That is a cinnamon mint.
That's cinnamon mint.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And then Capone.
Capone. Yes, we do have it. And then I think I sent you
You
Henny.
sent me Henny.
I sent you Henny with a little razzle dazzle of some platinum sparkles in there.
So these are the little packages, and I love. Okay, how did you figure out how to do your packages and stuff? How did you know what kind of?
I designed it on I designed it on the site and it came out great. Like the little packages, those were just little samples for you that I threw in there. But the
Okay.
packaging when I send in the box, so for example, when you look at Jaquel's box, you see how you have a white tin?
Mm-hmm.
Jaquel's box comes with 4 pouches, which is Mir, Capri, Erin, and Mir, Capri, Erin, and somebody. And then Capone and Peach are in. Oh, Roy and Joy. I did a Roy and Joy. So Roy and Joy, Mir, Capri, and thing comes in that. And then I have a little gold tin that Peach and Capone come in the Delgado's box. And then when you order Potts's box, it has a combination of pouches. The white tins are Henny and Oz, and then the other 4 tins are all the characters. So if you order the deluxe box, you get 10 teas for Potts.
Wow.
Yeah, the regular box is 6 teas, and the deluxe box is 10. Because you have to think about it, it's 10 characters. You're talking about Henny, Oz, Tolly, Dia, Scent, Molly, Fax, Link, Ian, and Chantal. So Shannon says she loved Roy and Joy. Thank you. And so yeah, so so for their deluxe box is 10 blends, and for the regular box is 6 blends. So and all of those blends have different flavors, different fruit flavors. Ian is a masala chai, which is top tier. Ian is a masala chai. And then, I told you I gave Mala apple pie because she kind of gives off traditional girl next door because that's the role she has to play. However, that cinnamon kicks up in there when she needs to be a little spicy. Chantal,
All my money.
Chantal, because she is the lady of UCK, I gave her Lady Grey. So she's Lady Grey, and that is a beautiful fragrant tea. And each one, I just thought of their personalities and what the characters evoked. Hey, like for example, King Inferno, in the book it talked about him smelling like cinnamon and mint. So that's why I made that his blend.
I ain't even gonna say what I was about to say because this is not the time and place for me to say things what I want to say. So I'm just not gonna say what I want to say because you're talking about teas and my mind went to the gutter. So I'm just gonna just shut the fuck up.
I think Potts just takes you there. As soon as you say it, it's like, oh my gosh.
Just went straight to hell.
Straight.
No return. Just straight there. Fast on the bullet train. Down.
Is okay. Shannon, don't look at her like that. You know that's your friend.
She already know. I just no, cause when you said King Inferno, and I was like, Qasim is, and then I thought about it and I said, you know what? Shut up, Storm. Just shut the hell up.
Oh man. I'm just happy that people are enjoying it. I don't have a Zoo Boys tea yet. I don't mind doing a Zoo Boys tea, but I have to read the books. Like I don't do the blends just, because the name is there or whatever. Like I like to read the book, get a feel for the character, and then I'll be like, oh, I think this would be a great blend for them or whatever.
You're gonna be pleasantly surprised with the Zoo Boys.
Okay.
And I would say read it because they're gonna do a collab. Yeah.
Yeah, the crossover is gonna be exciting.
That way you could do a crossover box.
Yes.
With the Zoo Boys and Infernal Gods.
I can't imagine. That's gonna be a really, really big box, but it's okay.
And we'll buy it. And we'll buy it.
And we'll buy it. I hear you. So yeah, I think I'm doing one for the Filth Kings too. I'm still reading the book to get a feel for the Filth Kings.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Just because monster in it, I'm buying
You're buying it. Take all
it.
our coins.
Right. I'm buying it. I want that. Cause I could just how cause they are so rough and raw and nasty. So I just have you ever okay, what is a sensual tea? A tea that you would call sexy, sensual.
Um. Oh man, there could be so many, but like the creamy jasmine.
Ooh, cream. Gutter again.
For example, in Pots, you guys remember about the scene with Link and Fax. What fruit were they eating? Okay, and so how creamy is it, Shannon? Shannon, Shannon, come step back into the light, Shannon.
You just said we friends, so if I'm in the gutter, she is definitely in the gutter.
So Lincoln Fax were eating. So Fax's tea is mango. So his tea is mango in that box. And
Uh-huh.
Link, because he's Grey Wolf, he's putting him to bed. So his tea was a lavender chamomile because he knocks him out. So each character, whatever I feel like they evoke, I try to put it in there. Inquiring minds want to know. Shannon, Shannon, Shannon. Tylee said I need that mango.
For real, Jacquel, congratulations, ma'am.
Congratulations. Hi, John. Thank you so much.
That's how
That
you do that shit.
Yeah, that woman is the reason why Books and Blends really started, because she just encouraged me to think outside of the box. When I was like focused on having fun with the Delgados, she was like, "Hey, you know what? Um you know, don't think about it limited to just the Delgados. Think about bigger. And I wasn't really thinking about bigger. I was so just super excited to combine. I love reading. The Delgados are my favorite things. And then I love tea and just blended it up. And, I always laugh when I send Jaquel messages because I'm a Brownsville girly. And Jaquel's husband is from Brownsville. She's from New York. And so when she had the books and all the things going on, I I was just taken aback going to Betsy Head Pool, all the little places being in the projects, all of the places and spaces. It just took me all the way back. So it was just super fun to read the books and think about the Verrazano Bridge and think about, going to Staten Island and those places. So, it was really fun for me, and it made this a joy to do. So I
Yeah.
was just excited about that.
I just want to say I am proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I haven't known you long, but for black women, it's always great for another black woman to just say I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? We don't hear it often from the rest of the world. Shit, hell, they don't
Yeah,
even like us.
they don't like it. They don't like us.
But
That's why we got
as
to support each other. We have to
right,
support each other. I was really, really just honored that Jaquel, every author who was like, this is nice. This is a nice idea. It was just so humbling because, I know that's not technically my lane, but they got a different aspect of visualizing their characters. Like we're creating it in our mind, but why not have a full sensory experience? Like I'm tasting it, I'm thinking about it, it's just all there. So
and
I just always ask, I hope I do everybody's character justice. That's my only thing.
I can honestly say I can drink the teas, go back and read the book, listen to the songs, and really immerse myself into the book. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? One thing Ja does is that the music
The
part for the
music,
chapter.
yeah. Her
So
playlist is
having the
serious.
tea, the music, the book, and just sitting there, just you're really immersed into the whole story. Well, usually I just have a shot or something because she be stressing me the fuck out. But but I'm just saying that experience, that immersive experience, is everything. You know what I'm saying? I hope from now on out, everybody do it. And I don't give a fuck what type of book you got. Do it. Yeah.
I don't mind it. And I mean, I like that you guys like Jatoria. I was really scared because I was making more of a masculine tea. Because, as a woman, we like those smells and those things. So I was like, ooh, making a little bit more of a masculine. I wonder how it will come across. But thankfully, so far, everybody has enjoyed them. And so I'm super happy about that and super just appreciative about every single author, every single person that just allowed me to, you know, emulate or be inspired by what they brought to the table because E. Bowser, she was super, she's always super supportive and she was just super excited about it and she loved all of the blends and she was like, I'm enjoying my tea. So I'm just honored that people like it.
You know what's funny? Somebody said tea parties. You know what's funny? Boozy Book Tour in next year in I think July, June, some shit like that, or August, something. We're having Alice in Wonderland tea party theme.
I love Mad Hatter teas. They're my fave.
It's gonna be a Alice in Wonderland theme tea party in Seattle,
Oh,
Washington.
nice. I
So
like. So I might have to. Are you saying I might have to tiptoe to Seattle?
tiptoe to Seattle. We want you in Vegas, but we also want you to tippy to the tippy toe
Okay,
over to
I think I
Seattle.
can do that. I think I could do that. I think I can do that. We're all mad here. Okay, Tylee. We know that we're a little special. We're a little special. You
We
know,
all of us that hang around each other is a little touch
a
in
little
one
special.
way or another. Just touch.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I have the perfect my Mad Hatter's tea base is the peapod tea, so it's like a blue tea. But when you add lemons to it, it changes it to different shades of purple. And
I
so
love that type of tea.
that is my butterfly lemonade. It is one of my best. Oh my gosh, these people down here are crazy for that thing. So that's usually a part of my Mad Hatter's tea because it changes the colors. Everyone, the kids love it, the adults love it. So it's always. I thought that would have been a cool tea for Menace, just because he is just bat crap crazy and he just flips on a He's just so great. Yes, the
I
butterfly chef
I,
kiss Shannon.
I just finished that book, and I just want to say, anybody
What?
that's hiding under the bed,
Smoking
smoking
a
a
cigarette?
square,
Yes.
and talking to you as they're underneath the bed, like it's
Like it's
cool.
normal. Like it's cool. Like it's cool.
Um,
Ma'am, the author is in the room. You can say why.
that's some crazy ass shit. That's some
Absolutely.
that's some shit. If I saw it, I'm calling them people.
Yes.
I'm not finna confront you because if you took the time to go
To
underneath
be
the
under
bed,
wait for me to show
and,
up.
and we're not finna get on him smoking a marker. We just that.
Go smoking a marker. Cause it's not good for his baby.
Oh Jesus,
Shannon, only you would love that man in that way. Shannon.
her baby. That is her baby. That is her
We don't
man.
we're not mad about it. We're not
She can
mad
have.
about it.
She can have his
Um,
crazy ass.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have quite enjoyed the journey and just honored, even to get a space to talk about it. It's kind of crazy.
So, what's been the most frustrating part to you when it comes to having this business?
Having any business,
Yeah.
having
What's the
any
most
business,
What's the most frustrating for you?
marketing, sometimes not wanting to talk in front of people. Like you're okay with doing what you do, but you don't always want to be in the front of doing what you do. And sometimes in places here, I don't necessarily have a choice, but you are your brand, so you gotta get out there and do the things that you do. You gotta have that hustle.
Yep. Yep. So what is it like um being new in the
Yeah.
space? What is it like for you?
Um, I can be truthful. I can only speak about my experiences. It has been good. I haven't had anything really crazy. I know they have book talk drama and all the stuff, but I haven't had that. I met you guys, I met Sean and Tylee and a couple of people, and you guys just allow me to tag along, even if I don't say anything or show up. And even if I do say something, it's like, nah, like Norm from Cheers, like everybody knows your name. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool. So it's been a joy. I'm new to the whole live experience and kind of getting to know people or whatever. But so far it's been great. I've enjoyed myself. I love talking to the authors. I love talking about books. Girl, I read 500 books last year. I love talking about books. I love to read all different types of genres, and I think it just, my fun, the thing that helped me decompress besides my book escapism, I get to
Hmm.
play in teas and create different flavors and blends for you. Thank
So
you, Shay.
so how do you market yourself without overwhelming yourself?
Oh my goodness. I thank God for a very, very wonderful, wonderful friend named Lidra who takes care of a lot of my back end stuff for me when it comes to marketing. She really started, yes, I did. Thank you, Rowdy. She really started helping me with practice stuff because I put on events in the community for mental health. And when I told her about the teas, and she got even more passionate than I was about the teas. So she just took it on and she just runs with it for me sometimes.
Mm. What is the downside about marketing?
Ugh, the time it takes. And listen, I have not, listen, Jaquel J is, she is the Beyonce of books because I have not seen the graphics and marketing and the detail and the I have never seen that before in my life for books. And you see something and you're like, it's like a movie. Like, where is Tyler Perry? Who is paying this woman? Because this is amazing. And honey, don't even get into that group. It's like the beehive in there. It's crazy. So I mean, marketing, you definitely have to be consistent. It has to be eye catching and all those things. And I'm just like, ooh, when you have clients all day and you have family all night, and then family want to be clients some nights. Some nights you don't want to post and create and do all the things. So
Yeah.
the downside is not being able to multiply your one individual self to do all the things you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm just in awe when I see black women.
Mhm. Well, I try to black woman. I try to black woman. You
I
know,
love
you try to have that eat, pray, love moment. So this is gonna be drink, eat, read moment. Drink, eat, read. That's what I'm doing.
so tell the people where they can find you. Tell
Uh-huh.
them where they can get your teas
Uh-huh.
and anything you want them to know.
Okay. So you can find my teas at urbantearoom.com, www.urbantearoom.com. I actually have an Urban Tea Room page on TikTok and a Books and Blends page on TikTok. I have not been brave enough to get on my Books and Blends page, but I will. But the Urban Tea Room is there. You definitely can find all the tea blends and the boxes there if you're interested in them. And I'm located in Georgia, but I ship everywhere. So if you want to order blends, or even if you want me to come to something special and I can make that trip, I'm always in New York. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm in New York pretty often, at least 2 to 3, maybe 5 times a year. And if even if you're overseas, I'm in Europe sometimes because I have a space there. So you know, in Italy and Sicily. So, if you're on that side of the world too.
Fancy schmancy shit. So I'm about to do some housekeeping before we get out of here.
Okay.
All right. So y'all know I'm finna do the spiel. All right. So y'all know that Boozy Book Tour has tours, 4 cities, 2025. This one, yeah, 2025, and we have the Melanin Ball 2026.
Hmm.
So those tours are Raleigh, which is coming up in May. And then we have Arlington, and we have Orlando, and we have Chicago. Those dates are on the website. So you have to go to boozybooktour.square.site. Is in my link is in Shannon's link in our bios. Um, we also have the Melanin Ball, which we will be collaborating with Bray, which is A. Lewis. Early bird specials for tickets are on sale now. After April 15th, you're paying full price because you get a lot
Hmm.
with that. So yeah, get your tickets now. And guess who's gonna be there in at Las Vegas? Miss Jaquel J.
All right.
She gonna be there, and we have some surprises up our sleeves.
It's exciting.
So you might see a lot of people you never thought that was gonna be on the Boozy Book Tour. Just saying. But we would love for you to buy your tickets for the cities. This is the last year we'll be doing multiple cities, as many as we've been doing, because we get burnt out. So it's only two of us. So if you haven't got your ticket to Raleigh, get your ticket. If you haven't got your ticket to Arlington, get your ticket. If you haven't got your ticket to Orlando, which is in collaboration with M. Monique,
Hmm.
get your ticket. If you haven't got your ticket to Chicago, get your ticket. It's 21 and over for drinking because there will be adult beverages there. It's 18 to come in, but we do card. We do card. So you ain't drinking and getting us in trouble. You will get fed. There will be a 360 booth. There will be conversation. There will be nasty conversation because we're talking about nasty books. So we will be talking about size and all. So if you're a man and you're there, be comfortable in your sexuality. It's okay. I promise you. It's okay. And then after that, we have the Melon Ball Las Vegas. Then we have the Dungeon BDSM that is happening in Denver, Colorado. And then we have the Mad Hatter Alice in Wonderland, Seattle. So there's that. What is happening next for the podcast? Well, I have a special guest that is coming April 6th. Sir Leeses. He is an expert in all things BDSM, pleasure, and everything. And he's a dom. And he's well known. And so I get to sit down and I get to talk to him. And y'all, if you're an author and you want to know more about the BDSM lifestyle to write in your books or just sexual pleasure, kink, whatever, and you're comfortable and you want to ask questions, ask questions. I have no filter and I'm sure the fuck he don't. So we're going to really be talking until somebody reports
Oh Lord.
us. um, and also, I am, Nicole ain't on here, so I'm going to do it even though I hate doing it. My YouTube channel is 20 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Yes, 1,000 subscribers will monetize me. Yes. But my goal is to get indie authors seen more. So if I can get monetized to pour back into the podcast to help indie authors, that's what I do. There you go. Go to my website. I have my reviews on there. I'm always telling a bitch that she need to swallow because she done got on my nerve in my review. So there's that. And all those links are in my bio. Yay! Okay, I done did it all. Did I forget anything? Anybody? Did I forget anybody? Anything? Tylee, did I forget anything? Nope. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, I have a social media content planner for Black girls. Where is it? Ugh, I don't even know what I did with it. But it's a social media planner I have for Black girls, and it's in my link. And I can't. Amazon kicked me out of my physical account. Don't ask me why. I don't know. They did it. I have no idea. But I do have the digital copies that you can order and you can use. It's three: is self care, is goals, and is social media planning. So 3 planners in one, and it'll run you like $8, and it's for the whole year. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we get out of here?
No, just thank you for having me. I really appreciated it. You made this a very comfortable situation because I was like, oh God, oh God. So I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you guys like the teas and that you're having a good time with trying out the different flavors and stuff like that. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I told you. It's easy peasy with me. I just like to shoot the shit and talk. That's all. I just don't like to do it in person.
Uh,
That's all.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's baby steps for me. It's baby steps.
Same here with this online stuff. Same here. So
It's baby steps. But once again, I'm proud of you. I know you're gonna get even more recognition, and I just hope you just stick around.
I hope so too. I hope that, people want me to stick around. I'll be here as long as they want me around. But I appreciate you just having me and supporting me and making room for me in your spaces.
And on that note, we're gonna get out of here. This interview will be on Spotify and on YouTube later this weekend. So be on the lookout for it. If you missed something or you want to tell somebody, look at her interview. All right.